It is all over, and Middlesbrough have claimed a famous victory, and this could be a telling night in the race for the title. Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United beaten.
You're watching MUTV.
Good morning, Roy.
What's so good about this morning? Is it good morning? Why is it a good morning? It's, should be a shit morning.
It's just...
What are you so jolly for? What are you so happy for? Did you not watch that last night? No? You know, I'd prefer if you actually opened it with shit morning, Roy, isn't it? Shit morning, Roy, isn't it?
Right, no problem. Right, we could cut to a countdown, right? I can reset the clock.
Happy?
Right, and we'll do it differently, Roy, all right? Yep.
You must have had a nice cup of coffee there, did you?
Hello, Roy.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome to MUTV. Today, you, Roy Keane, are going to play the pundit, and you reflect on the 4-1 loss to Middlesbrough at the Riverside earlier this week. How do you assess it, Roy?
You're just joking me, are you? You want me to be a pundit? You want me to reflect on such an embarrassing loss? Why would I want to be a pundit? You know what I mean? Go into the studio with my brand new communion suit. Sit around the studio with a bunch of washed up pros. Guys that are irrelevant nowadays. Listen, no chance. You want me to be a pundit? Not a chance. You'll never see me in a TV studio be a pundit. Absolutely not. Disgraceful.
Well, let's jump straight into it. You're injured at the moment. That must be very frustrating.
Yeah, well, it's not as frustrating as watching Rio Ferdinand try to defend. At least you're paying a guy 120,000 a week. And he's making Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. A decent striker like Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. You're not a world-class striker, not a good striker, only decent. He's making him look like the love child of Maradona and Pele. What's that all about? Don't get the guy whatsoever. Watching the WWF the other day, did you ever watch that? Listen, I think it's a load of shite, excuse the language. But, watching it the other day, I seen this guy in Zach Gowan, is that his name? The guy, he's great. He's one leg, but he was great. And he could defend better than Rio Ferdinand, Oh, listen, Stephen Hawking's better at the ball at his feet than Rio Ferdinand, okay? Pure nonsense.
What positives can Sir Alex take from the performance, Roy?
You're joking me? Are you joking? What positives to take? It's like asking the dinosaurs. How's it going, lads? How'd you enjoy the Ice Age? They'd probably respond. Oh, yeah, a couple of cold drinks, bit of skiing, bit of skydiving over the snowy mountains with the pterodactyls. But listen, we all died in the end. They went extinct. So, listen, do me a favour.
Right, Roy.
No positives whatsoever. What are you trying to get out of me? You're trying to get me to say something positive about a performance where we lost 4-1.
That was great. Right.
Where the hell are you from? Never even met you before. Absolute disgrace. Ask me these silly questions.
We're going to do player ratings. Just going to start off with some players. Just review their performances from the game.
Well, go on, listen, we'll have a bit of fun with this, won't we? You have great fun with this. Go on.
And to start off with Darren Fletcher.
Oh, we'll have a bit of fun with this one. 1 out of 10 for that guy. Headless William Wallace would have done a better job on the pitch than that guy. You expect passion from these Scots. Not from this fella. Not good enough.
Edwin van der Sar.
You look at Edwin van der Sar. More letters in that guy's name than he's had clean sheets in his whole career. He's about as tall as a Statue of Liberty, and he's about as mobile as well. He can't get down to the corners. Rubbish.
Your fellow countryman, John O'Shea.
You know, listen, John was an absolute disgrace on the pitch. He was terrible. You know, but he's not the worst John in Waterford. You know, the worst one is John Delaney. That guy's an absolute spoofer. Wouldn't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. You know, you look at that's the kind of guy, you know, in a couple of years' time, you go to his 50th birthday party and he's got a nice sculpture of himself. That's the kind of guy you're dealing with. Egotistical guy like that, you know, wouldn't go near him. Disgrace, rubbish, nonsense. You're going to get to it, are you? You're taking your time. Yeah, but what are you laughing at? Do you find so funny about that?
Okay. We might take a little break from the player ratings, Roy, and we might just kind of assess where Sir Alex can go from here after this result.
What does he have to do? Listen, he's got to worry less about those horses, JP McManus and the Magnier fella. You know, worry more about the donkeys he's playing on the pitch. You're Kieran Richardson. What kind of manager would play him? You know, listen, of course he came on, he was a substitute, but he had 60 minutes on the pitch. It didn't do enough to prove himself. Why would you play a player like that? And the worst thing is the guy loves himself. He's only scored about 2 or 3 goals, a bundle of goals, that's all. The guy's he's terrible. I don't even know what he's doing. You know, I look at him in training. Yeah, the guy thinks he's the new Bex, the way he goes on. Kieran Richard, what kind of manager would play a player like that? You're a fucking idiot who thinks he's going to the World Cup. He was telling us that the other day. He scored in a 3 o'clock kickoff game. He was scored in one of the games and he said to us, that's me going to the World Cup, lads. While doing his hair up. You know, listen, I tolerated Bex, you know. Bex doing up his hair, all of that. You know, doing all that nonsense. It was okay because he played well on the pitch. But if you're going to do that and, you know, play 1 in 10, one good game in 10. You know, Wes Brown. You know, listen, he was supposed to be the next big thing coming out of the academy. A couple of years ago, they were ranting and raving about him. You look at him now. He could be on the way out soon enough. You know, I see him at a club like Sunderland. You know, only failures go there. You know, you never go to Sunderland. Don't go near there. It's just an example, but, you know, I wouldn't go to Sunderland. You know, if player or manager. You know, listen, it might be good at the start, like it is at any other tenure, but it all ends up in tears and you become a failure. Not for me.
Right. Oh, do you know what, Roy? I'll probably go back to the player ratings. Right, we'll resume the player rating. Alan Smith.
They'll send a guy back to Yorkshire. You know, listen, I said it to Sir Alex, what are you signing a guy from Leeds for? He's going to be useless here. You know, that team, they got relegated, didn't they? Yeah, nonsense. You know, listen, Alan Smith, looking at that guy, you know, more ability on a Veruca on the foot of Mark Viduka than that guy's entire body. You know, nonsense, rubbish, disgrace. Listen, do me a favour, I'm done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, says a lot, you're not trying to stop me, are you?
Oh, Roy, well, please don't go, Roy, please.
Is it prawn sandwiches doing it on there? You prawn sandwich plate's ready for me on the way out. What did I say about that? The club trying to take the piss out of me. Nonsense.
Oh, sorry, I told you not to put prawn sandwiches there. I told you to put ham and cheese sandwiches. He's gone. Like, there's no way we can release this. Absolutely no way. This gets out. We're fucked. We release this, right? We are fucked. We've got to destroy this tape. You've got to destroy it quickly. Veruca on the foot of Mark Viduka was fucking great, wasn't it?